Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Isha. For those of you who are new to my channel, I'll just give a little bit of introduction about myself. I'm Isha. I've recently moved to Darwin. It's just been 3 months that I've moved to Darwin, and I'm currently pursuing Masters of Teaching Secondary from CDU. And before starting with today's video, let me just tell you that all my videos actually revolve around the life in regional areas or life in Darwin. Like, what are the challenges, what are the things, what are the myths that usually people have. And I have the complete series that the title of that playlist is all about Darwin. You can just watch those videos if you're really interested into that. Also, in my today's video, I have literally done a big thing. This is what I feel. I have paid my first fees. My first fee, not first fees, actually my second fees, because my first fees was paid by my parents. I'll tell you everything before starting. So before starting with today's video, let me tell you that I might look a bit tired because I just came back from my work. I work in a school. I work in Darwin High School as a student tutor. I will be making a complete video on that as well. Without blabbering a lot, one more thing I just need to tell you that I also teach Ielts and PT here in Darwin, offline classes, and if you're interested to learn online, you can be anywhere. You just need a good internet connection and I can be there to help you out. So if you're interested to learn about Ielts and PT, you can just check the number which I'll just mention in the description box, and you can also talk to me regarding that. And now I won't blabber more. Just subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already, because I will be coming up with good stuff and really informative one. Really informative one as well that will be helpful to you. Please like this video, and you can also let me know in the comment section that what else you want to know about Darwin. I will be there to help you out. Just in case if you see me somewhere in Darwin, you can just say a sweet hi to me. I will be very happy. I'll really feel, I'll really feel that yes, I've helped somebody. You can just say me hi. I'll feel good about that. Alright, so you know what, let me just give a brief intro. Many people, I get a lot of questions on daily basis in my on my Instagram that, Isha, how do we pay our fees? What about jobs? What about fees? How do you do your university? And are you paying it yourself or your parents are doing it for you? So let's just tell everything. So I'm going to tell everything, that what all I did, how I earned my fees, and what all jobs I did in the regional area here in Darwin. Talking about the very first thing, number one, when I moved to Australia on 15th of December, if I'm not wrong, on 15th of December 2021, and for 3 months I was in Sydney. I was just on my vacation. I was not earning money over there. I was just not really, obviously I was earning money. I was teaching Ielts and PT over there, online and offline both, so I was obviously getting money out of that, but nothing else. I did a couple of jobs. I'll discuss about those in my some other video some other day. So I was doing those jobs, I was doing Ielts and PT, and that was the amount of money, and whatever money I got from there, I just saved before moving to Darwin. This is my super tip to everybody, that if you're moving to Darwin, you need to have at least, I had $8,000 to be very honest, and I didn't even knew that how I spent them. Because when I came to Darwin, hell lot of things you have to do, everything new place, you have to pay for your rent, new place, new car, everything new. So hell lot of savings is the key. If you're moving to Darwin, many people ask me that what we have to do. We are very nervous. One thing, if you'll have money, if you'll have enough savings, Darwin is gonna be easy for you. So talking about my first fees, it was paid by my parents back in India. I think the amount was somewhere around 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs, something like that, for my 2 subjects, and that was done by my parents, because I didn't want to take that stress that, as soon as I've moved to Australia and I've started earning and I should pay my fees. So my parents did that for me. I'm really blessed for that. Thank you so much to my parents for that. Moving ahead, when I moved to Darwin, it was like almost 3 months ago. I knew one thing, that if I'll do one work, I will not be able to pay my fees. Even if I'm not even talking about Darwin, like, the regional areas. Even if I talk about some other area, maybe Sydney or Melbourne, I personally feel that you need to do at least, and you know what, almost all the international students, they do at least 2 to 3 jobs to, to make their ends meet. So to pay their expensive, to living expensive, their car, petrol is so hell expensive in Australia. The groceries, Darwin is so expensive. And then, your living, your accommodation, and then the huge chunk goes to our fees. Talking about my fees, I had $0 in my account when I when that thought, got stuck into my mind that I have to pay my fees. I just had 3 months, $0, because whatever money I had, I just spent it all on what? Obviously, I was new to this city. I didn't know anything. It took me 1 month to actually get settled down to this new place. So starting from the scratch, living in a city where I knew nobody, starting from the scratch, starting from zero, I did it for myself. Let me just tell you how. First thing, I explored multiple options. I was never stuck to one thing that, I'm just gonna do this, because I knew that if I'll do only one thing, I will not be able to earn money. So in my today's video, I'll tell you that what all things I have done in Darwin to pay my fees. I'm super proud of myself. I've paid $14,208 by myself. I've taken 4 subjects. My semester is gonna start soon on 9th of August, and I'm super happy about that. So you know what, I started planning. How I planned, I used to save money, like on weekly basis. I knew that this is my deadline and I have to pay my fees by this date, and I should at least save this much amount of money every week so that I am able to pay my money. And to be very honest, whatever I've saved only in 2 months. I haven't saved anything in my first month, when, like, as soon as I moved to Darwin, there were lots of expenses at that time. So this is like my tip to everybody, that if you want to pay your fees, please make it a target. That if we suppose I have $14,000, I have to pay $14,000, so I made it a point that at least I need to save at least $1,500 per week. $1,500 per week to save my money. And believe me when I say that it is not at all an easy job. To save this much amount of money, it is like almost all your earnings are going in saving. Then what are you gonna eat, what are you gonna spend, how are you gonna enjoy your life? Harsh reality, almost all the students, they have to go with this. We have to see this, but whatever it is, I used to save money, and ultimately, so now I'm talking a lot, I know that. So now let me tell you that how I paid my fees, what all jobs I did. The very first thing, I knew one thing, that I have one skill, and that is teaching, and that can take me wherever I want to be. It depends on me that how much do I explore my teaching passion. So the first thing which I did was I went out and I just joined a couple of groups here on Facebook, Indians in Darwin, likewise many pages, and I used to post every day about my Ielts and PT over there, so that I can get students, so that people can know me, that yes, there is a tutor here in Darwin. Obviously there are very few tutors in Darwin who actually teach Ielts and PT, and I really trust my skills a lot. I know that I'm a good teacher who can help any student to get whatever desired score they want. So I just went out and I even pasted some of the pamphlets. If you're in Darwin, you will come across my pamphlets as well. So I did that. Eventually I started getting students out of that, and obviously I think that's one of the best source of income that I have, because I'm able to earn good money out of that. So Ielts and PT is the one thing. Obviously I'm doing it right now as well. I'll put a number in the description box just in case if you're interested to learn. If all my online classes and offline classes are almost the same. You will not even feel that you are in an online class if I am teaching you. So you don't have to worry, even if you're in some other part of the country, or maybe even if you're in India. I have a special package for my Indian students as well who are interested to learn about Ielts and PT. So that is my first income. So what I used to, so usually, and also one more thing, I just forgot to tell you that I had my 2 placements. As soon as I moved to Darwin, I was jobless. I was going to school, but I was not earning any money. And the reason behind that is that I had my placements and they were unpaid. I had my placement as a pre-service teacher in Darwin High School, but that was very lucky for me, to be very honest. That was super lucky for me, because I managed to get a job out of that. And I did my placement. One placement was for 20 days and one placement was for 10 days. So that means 30 days, 1 month straight away gone, unpaid, nothing. But whenever I used to come back from my work after 2:30, like from school after 2:30, I used to have my classes lined up. Sometimes I used to teach. Even now I teach like till 8 p.m, sometimes 9 p.m. I'm teaching. So that is like the major chunk of money that that from where I'm getting money. So that's good for that. So moving ahead, then I tried a couple of things as well. but it failed. So the other thing which I tried was Uber Eats, not Uber Eats, like all these other apps like DoorDash, which works here in Darwin. So I even tried delivering food, but it didn't work because it was not good money. I thought that I'm just wasting my time. I even have a video for that. I can even put that in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. So no, I didn't do that. Number 2, I started with my own thing of jewelry. I'm a jewelry person. I just love to wear jewelry. I can live, breathe, sing, dance, sleep, whatever I want to do in jewelry, like especially silver jewelry. So I thought of just starting my own thing in Darwin. You know what, you should be a person who should know how to grab opportunities. You'll find lots and lots of opportunities to grow, because this is a small city, less people, more opportunities. So I just thought of starting with that. So I usually have my stalls at different markets, like for example Parak Market and Nightcliff Market, India at Mindle, and different shows like Royal Darwin Show, and then Kindness Shake, all these different kinds of festivals. Like whatever events come up, I usually mail them and ask them that, what if I can put up my stall. So that is the other source of income from where I'm earning money. Then the other work which I used to do, which I've done for almost, I think 20 to 25 days, is of Camp Australia. Now what is Camp Australia? Camp Australia is outside school hours care educator. So what it is, basically it is the role of an educator. I was working in the vacation care where the students, they were, the parents used to leave their kids, and it's like a role of an educator where you have to just help and guide students. And that was if I'm not wrong, the pay rate was somewhere around 29 point something, somewhere around $30 for an hour. And then if you do the morning, so it's like in the morning you go from 7 to 9, and then in the afternoon you go from 2:30 to 6 p.m. or sometimes 2:30 to 4 p.m. So that's the shift. But if you're doing the morning shift as well as and the evening shift as well, then you get $17 or $18 extra. I'm not really sure about it. So you get that much amount of extra, but I've never done that. I've always taken the afternoon shifts. I never used to go for the morning shifts because always my things were always lined up. So that's the other thing that I've done. So again, but the Camp Australia, I was working on TFN for that, so half of the money that used to, it used to go on tax, but it was good money because of the vacation. So when vacation started, so there used to be huge long shifts. I tell you like how I worked, like I used to work for these shifts, for the vacation shifts only. Now I've stopped taking shifts. So what I used to do is that the shift used to start early morning at 7 a.m. Yeah, or sometimes 8 a.m. as well. So 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. and then it used to end up at maybe 5 p.m. or 4 p.m. or if you want to get it extended to 6 p.m. whatever, it depends on you. So it should be like a whole day. So it was a good thing, good source of income. So I saved some amount from there. And so 3 things I've already mentioned. I've talked about my IELTS and PT, I've talked about my silver jewelry, Shara jewels, and then I've talked about Camp Australia. Uber Eats, that was the food delivery part, that was a failure. And then what I did, okay, so in my process, right now I'm working in Darwin High, which is basically my role is I'm a tutor over there, and I'm paid somewhere around 34 point something dollars, that is $35 per hour over there. So that's also good. That's also a good, good job. I would say that's good work. I'll make a complete video on that what I'm doing over there. I have to help and guide students in English, maths and sciences like physics, chemistry, biology, PLP classes and all that stuff. So but I'll make a separate video for that where I'll talk more about it. So that's again good money, but not really that good money, but like good money. But again, one fact, I'm being paid on fortnightly basis over there, and when you're paid on fortnightly basis, all your money, because that's huge ass money, and then your money gets tax. So basic term is tax. So I'm not that well paid. I personally feel that that's not that good, obviously, but it is going to help me in my future because I'm working in my own field. So that is going to help me in my future. That's again a good thing. But yeah, so that's the story. So again, I've earned money out of that. Currently I'm in my week 3. Yeah, week 3 is just about to end tomorrow, so week 3 will end, and I think I'll upload this video today itself. So because no editing is required in this. So all these are the things that I've done, and Yeah, I just forgot to tell you one more thing. You know, I usually make my notes too, just so that I cannot, so I should not forget about things. Okay, so when I moved to Darwin, so this is the last thing which I'm just going to mention. I've earned no money out of it. So when I moved to Darwin, obviously everyone whenever we come to some new place, we explore about that place. So everyone used to say me that go and distribute your resumes, and then only you're going to find your job. So I knew I had two skills. The first skill is for those of you who don't know, sorry for that, for those of you who don't know, I'll just tell you a brief about my education. I have done Bachelor's of Biochemistry, BSc Honours in Biochemistry, and then a Master's Honours again in Biochemistry, and then I've done Bachelor's of Education, and currently I'm pursuing Master's of Teaching Secondary. So I'm double Bachelor's, and soon I'm going to be double Master's. So obviously I had a biochemistry background. Obviously I can work in laboratories. So, and I was even offered a good job here in Darwin, for a sort of a permanent position, a full-time position in some lab in Darwin itself, and a super famous one, everyone goes there. But anyhow, but I didn't did that because I knew that I won't be able to work. It was like I really don't remember the name of that position. I really don't remember that because it was somewhere, like when I just moved to Darwin, I was doing that. I thought of doing that. I even distributed my resumes everywhere, and then I was called for an interview, and then I went there, but then I didn't join that. And the other thing which I did was, to be very honest about that as well, other thing which I did was that I distributed, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video as well, that there are very few Ielts and PT institutes here in Darwin. So I distributed my resumes as well in whatever institutes are there here in Darwin, and I got job in almost all of them, but I didn't did any of them. I was being paid good because I knew I had skills. I gave interview, but I didn't did any of them because I just thought that when I have my own skills, why should I waste my skills? Why should I work for others? So I just thought of starting my own thing. So yeah, that's it. So basically series of things. I used to go in school. So right now also I just came back from my school, and now I'm going to teach. So series of things, and then Saturday, Sunday I'm gonna put that thing on my jewelry thing. Yeah, so series of jobs, and usually all these students who are there in, maybe you will not be able to relate with me, but if I just tell a general view, all the students who are there in Darwin, they usually work like one of their morning shifts, and then they're gonna go for their evening work, and then weekends some other work. And one of the most famous jobs, mostly all my Ielts PT students, they are in security. That's one of the most famous work in Darwin. You have to do some certificate course for that, obviously, to get that job, but there are a lot of security jobs here in Darwin because Darwin needs that. Anyhow, I think I have talked a lot. So just a simple tip, that do not rely on one single job. Try to do multiple things, and try to set a target that this much amount of money you have to save in 1 week. And I'm getting a call, but anyhow, so this much amount of money you have to save in a week, and I hope you will be able to do that. Do not stress about it. Be prepared that yes, there will be a lot of things, lot of new opportunities that will come to your way if you are in Darwin, or even if you're in any other place, no matter what. And thank you so much for listening to me. I think that this is going to be a long video. Thank you so much for listening to me, and yeah, I'll just end this video over here. Please like this video if you really like the way I just did tish, and comment and let me know in the comment section what you want to see next. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon in my next video. Thank you.